miscarriage of justice. Ref was on tape. There's nothing worse than a ref on the tape. Nothing.
There's nothing worse than losing, than not being invited to be a guest on the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, guys? Big Mike here from the Countdown City WrestleCast, and at the last minute, like a surprise entry, JC jumps in here.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome, guys, to another edition of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I am Big Mike, who is getting things started. JC is now with us.
Hey, everybody. You know what, Mike? You go ahead and host this show. You go for it, buddy. This is
All right, and we have a special guest who stood up and said, I will co-host with you, and we thought people were going to be here. And that is Angel Marie from the Mission Pro Spotlight podcast.
Hello.
Hi, Angel.
So,
Thank you for
guys,
joining.
yeah,
Of course.
we have a special guest with us today. One of the hottest groups and factions right now in Texas wrestling. So let's bring them on and get this started. They are Dead Man's Hand.
What? Oh, what happened?
No, let's get this. There we
You
go.
got that. There you go.
Damn, nice light show.
I think we
guys-
might have hit that on accident, but that was pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, it was awesome. So thank y'all for joining us. We do appreciate it.
Of course, thank you for having us on.
Thank you.
All right. So, guys, this coming Saturday, you've got both a big 8-man tag with all four of you men in the ring finally all together. And, Key, you've got a title match as well.
Yep. A title defense to keep it.
Easy defense.
There you go. Let's start with you guys first. First time all four of y'all together in the ring finally. How y'all feeling?
I mean, technically, it's not the first time because Freak Show jumped on us twice.
Well,
I mean,
that's fair.
but yeah, debut for Freak Show. So
Big day.
you ready?
There we go.
I'm very excited.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's all I can say.
Awesome. And three of y'all had been wrestling singles, some tags here and there. But talk about coming together as Dead Man's Hand. What brought y'all together, and how did this kind of get started?
We all have beef with each other. I think my fifth match was Jesse, singles. He made me tap, and then me and Eric, like, oh my god, we have so many.
We're like
So
Kevin
many
Owens, Sami
matches,
Zayn,
bro.
just going
Yeah.
We love, like, my favorite opponents to wrestle is Eric. Like, I think some of my best matches have come from just me and Eric alone. But we just came together and it worked. Like, at first it was kind of like weird. We have all different styles for sure, but at the end of the day, it works.
It's almost like magic, if you could say. Yeah.
And where does that magic come from?
It came down to just being like booked on the hybrid shows, and it felt like these three guys were not being used to the fullest of their capability and their potential, because each one of them, you give them a ball, they're going to run with it. And for me to get the opportunity to be told, hey, bring them together and be the manager of the group, it meant a lot to me. So, and then being able to, like, I mean, look at where we're at now. We're literally like one of the best factions in Texas currently.
Yup.
The best.
Yeah.
Hey,
So, and then when we finally got to add Key to the group, like, it felt like this is our family right now.
Dream come true.
yeah,
I'm still trying to fight for that intergender match. Like the old mixed tag team challenge is like one of my
Right.
favorite reviews for sure. And like I keep telling people, I'm like, me and Key would
We need to bring it. Yeah.
we would dominate.
We would.
you get one a show. It's okay. Angel, what are your thoughts on Dead Man's Hand and what they've been doing?
Oh my goodness, I absolutely love you guys. Like, y'all are just on fire. Y'all, I mean, kind of little bias here. Y'all are like the best faction in Texas right now. If I had to say something, y'all would be definitely like one of the number one factions like right now, because y'all are like y'all said, y'all are all so different, but like your styles will all come together and y'all just work as a team so well, and like that's so fun to see.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Excellent.
Try our best.
Yeah. And Key, as we said, you've got your triple threat title match coming up on Saturday. Two people you're very familiar with. How you feeling about that?
I'm actually going into this match with like total confidence, understanding the fact of like I have like I have the hybrid women's title in my hands right now, and I'm not gonna let anybody take it away from me. I don't care about the history. Um, it just sucks coming from, I've been friends with Gia Michelle for so long, and then all of a sudden she just turns her back and stabs me in the back. And like I said, I have my boys to back me up, but this time, like, I'm pretty sure they understand. Like, I think I got this.
I will run in though.
Yeah.
If I got to, if the Dead Man's Head music, I'm sliding in.
Claymore.
Hey,
And
you want that
still-
intergender match in there, so
Only if necessary. Yeah, necessary.
Angel, what are your thoughts on the women's title match?
So it kind of sucks because Key, I really love you. Oh my goodness. But then also like Callie's mi hermana, so I'm like,
jeez.
yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
I do want to see her retain.
Down.
So
Put on the list now. All right, cool.
He's right now. You're making a list, like a list of Jericho kind of thing. Yeah. So
She's
Oh
usually
my
front row, so
goodness.
you'll see her there. So
Yeah.
As that gets raised, just go straight to her and like,
Damn.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
this is your fault.
yeah.
Oh.
Oops.
Hey, but technically she said that she loves me, so
That's
we have
Yeah.
Yeah, but she also loves Cali too, so we got to remember that too.
Now you got to pin Callie.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe.
Ooh, there you go.
Salt on the wound. Make her
Both of
tap
them at the
out.
same
Make her
time.
tap out. Not even
Ooh,
pin her.
Yeah.
that could
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa, hold on. James in the chat. We know James is a Texas Treat fan, but he says Key better than Cali, and he's a Cali fan. So what does that say?
Hey.
So there you go,
Oh.
James.
Hey,
It's the truth.
Redemption
All
arc,
right.
redemption arc.
Who's talking?
James.
Oh, that's funny
Yeah.
because he was sporting my shirt the other day, but I'll
There
keep
you
it
go.
at that.
Right. Well, he said you're better than Cali, even though he is a Cali fan. So he is apparently choosing
But
you here. So
I think I'm his number one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Like,
As you should.
100%.
Respect the queen.
I think we can honestly safely say by the end of the year, I feel like all of the Texas Treat fans,
They're gonna.
they might switch over to the Dead
They
Man's
gonna hop on the
Head.
train.
You're brave.
They're gonna
That's
hop
just
on
the
the train.
hey, whoa! It's already happening. It's already happening.
Respect that. Okay.
It's already happening.
Might be the ultimate infection warfare come the end of the year. So,
Ooh.
You know, hybrid gang warfare sounds like quite a show. So
Hey,
yeah.
Went through it once.
I'm ready.
This is the fifth HybridMania now, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fifth one. So 10 years of the Hybrid School of Wrestling. I'm not mistaken. That I think they just surpassed the anniversary. And last show was a record crowd. I mean, the picture is amazing. Just seeing that in there. How long before you feel like we got to get to a little bigger arena for hybrid, or is it kind of nice to be able to have that in the school, having shows like that in the school?
I mean, if I know we have like standing seats already, or people standing up right now, it's like we gotta go bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know where though.
I probably think that we're at the point where we probably need to like rent out a whole venue just for a hybrid show at this point.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the
the next
opposite.
step.
Like everybody. I feel like wrestling in hybrid is such a different feeling from wrestling at a venue. It's like wrestling at home in front of like, you're trying to show your parents something cool or your friends something cool.
Just showing your
So
mom.
it's like
Yeah.
it's a lot less right. Hey
Yeah.
mom, look at this.
Well,
No, but it's just like I don't get as nervous, and I feel like a lot of my best matches have come from hybrid. So like,
yeah.
I feel like
Nice.
moving the hybrid show out of hybrid would be such a weird feeling, but it's
Right.
it's cool seeing it grow. Like the last show freaked me out a little bit. I came out. I was like, look, I didn't see the crowd coming out. So coming out, I was like, oh, there's a lot of people.
No, nobody.
I was like, okay, well, okay.
Nobody called the fire marshal.
No, for sure.
Yeah, and it's gonna get a little warm in there. 90-degree weather. They're coming the weekend, so I hope you guys got some fans going in AC.
Bring
There,
water.
so.
We got fans, we got AC,
That's all you
we
need.
got popsicles. I was gonna say we're gonna have popsicles,
Yeah.
right? We got the works. We got pickles like always.
I think for some of the fans, especially the fans that do want to like wrestle, to be able to go to the school during a show and just see like, this is where we train, this is where we've all started, and this is where we put on the show. So I think it makes like a little more of a connection with them to think it's possible to be able to join the Hybrid School of Wrestling and then begin their journey.
That could be
Nice.
them.
Yeah.
In some of the other hybrid people we've talked to, they've actually said that they went to a hybrid experience show before they got to train. Any of y'all happen to do that? Were any of y'all at hybrid shows before you actually started the training?
Only him.
A couple of y'all? Okay.
I think so too.
Both of them.
Yeah, for sure.
I met
NJ?
Jesse at a mall show. Like I didn't even know anything about hybrid or nothing, and I ended up taking pictures of him and Casey together. And then I think the week after that is when I went to my first hybrid show. I think it was
Very
like-
nice.
I've been wrestling. Casey.
Oh, hold on. We have a question too. Hey, Eric, can your mom be your manager? There's a couple of you. You know, y'all said earlier about being at hybrid at home and showing off of your parents, but there's a couple of you who parents are there at a consistent basis, and we
Yes,
know, and
my
we love them.
Well, yes, I love my mother a lot. Free show is always gonna be my boy to talk for me. I can't replace him just yet. I love his cadence. I love his swag. I love everything about his swag. I love you, Freak Show. I love you.
I love that. Angel, have you met the famous parents over at the shows yet?
I have not, unfortunately. Like, introduce me next show. I'll be there on Saturday. Y'all should introduce me.
Well, definitely we've met Eric's mom and we've met Key's mom, amongst others. If either of y'all got parents there, let us know. We'll introduce them all.
Sure.
Whose mom is the rowdiest one at shows? That's what I gotta know. Who's the craziest one? Within their faction there.
I think it has to be Mama Walker, no?
Yeah.
So we've done that for a lot of wrestlers when we meet their parents. We just call them Mama or Papa, one of the wrestlers. So yeah, but I mean, anytime Eric's getting beat up, she's getting pretty.
There's
Pretty
sometimes
loud
I don't
about
even
it.
have to start a chant. She's just already doing it. So,
Yeah.
It's like a separate show to be like watching her see like the matches and react. It's so crazy. She's so into it.
Yeah.
Have you ever worried that she was going to jump in the ring on your behalf, or?
There was actually one time that my entire family always got into a ring to help me out. It was when I was wrestling Troy Markham a while back. And we did. He gave me a brain buster. I didn't get up, and my whole family were about to get into that ring to help me out, but they had to get stopped.
Ooh, I think I remember that. Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
For us.
That was a fun night. For sure. I
Who
won.
says wrestling's not a family event, right?
Hey, there you go.
Exactly.
So beyond HybridMania, what is next for y'all as a group as a whole? Are y'all being able to get booked elsewhere, or I mean?
So
April 25th.
not to spoil things, but April 25th on site in the yard. Not only representing Dead Man's Hand, the Devious Duo are becoming your new United 2-0 Tag Team Champions.
Gold,
Very
baby.
We're going to be wrestling Jacob Toa and Chaos Child, the Sons of the Gulf Coast, I believe.
Sons
their
of
name is.
yes, also the Sons of the Gulf of Mexico is what I heard.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
So yes, that's it. It's only me and Eric Walker this time. I think it'll be. We faced them in the Tag Team Invitational. The first what do you call it? First season, second. What season are we in?
Third season.
This is
We're
third
in
season,
three,
right?
the first
Yeah.
match.
And we never lost. Thank you to my boy right here.
Jesse was never eliminated.
Yeah.
United 2-0 did the right thing and gave us a tag team title shot. But unfortunately, it is only me and Eric Walker. So
but
Oh,
we'll put
yeah.
on a classic as usual.
And bringing home more gold
More
on
gold.
top of Key's
And
2
stopping
belts.
faces in as usual.
That's right.
That-
Key, the
that
current
man's
women's
got 4
champion.
belts.
We up, baby.
There you go. And
Not
also-
right now, that's the only thing.
Yeah, and depending on who the new GM is, maybe you can talk them into letting y'all do the Freebird rule. You never. Hey, freak show for the
Hey.
GM. We'll take
That's
it.
something we've always talked about. Like that's an idea that we've had thrown around, the Freebird rule. We even considered doing it with Key's titles. I was gonna defend it. Not even gonna lie.
I mean, I'm non-binary, so I could do it.
Come on.
I could low-key do that.
We'll do
We
it.
can figure it out. You know, we can talk about this over
I
tea
think
sometime.
everyone wants to see Calientita versus Jesse James for the United 2-0 Women's
Yo.
Championship.
In a submission match, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
submission match.
Yo, Dave is gonna lose his mind when he sees that. 5-star, baby.
It's more like
Oh,
probably just hopefully more intergender stuff between all of us. Like either me tagging with Eric, Jay.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Show.
Like we haven't. Wrestling hasn't really had a full-on like mixed tag tournament. You know, the mixed match challenge. WWE did that years ago, and it's kind of gone away.
Yeah.
Do you feel like somebody could step up and actually make like maybe a full-on mixed match tournament, mixed match tag tournament? You know, maybe for a couple of months, kind of
See,
do
we
a
do it here.
full-on thing.
I would hope.
If we had more people, more women in hybrid, for sure. United is always bringing in like wonderful talent, obviously for Key to take care of. I've been going to a lot of the New Texas Pro shows, and they have a amazing women's roster. They have an amazing roster in general. So
Yeah.
I would love for all of us to get out there one day and tag together. So, but yeah, mixed tagging. Like we had the 5-man, no, 8-man with Reagan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we
that
did.
match was
Yeah.
super.
Have
That
that.
match was super.
The
That was
only
after
match with
Iowa,
Key.
right?
That was here.
No,
Oh,
no, no.
Oh yeah, she's
They-
from
yeah.
Iowa.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was saying, oh, we did it here.
Yeah, but us,
Didn't y'all do the Nostalgicon?
No.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
Oh, we did.
Key and I. Yeah. We're chilling though. We're cooking though.
Yeah, so
On fire, guys.
we've had a couple intergenders together, so we know we have chemistry there. It's just a
Yeah.
matter of
We just need
Showcase.
more
who wants to do it, who wants to put it together.
I say do one at
Yeah.
tournament though.
We'll take on anybody.
I mean, a mixed match tournament would be pretty cool. Maybe I don't know if some promotions want to get it together, and make it a big thing around Texas or even around San Antonio. You know,
Yeah.
so
well, United has done Treats versus Kingdom where Callie and Ridley were involved. So I mean, y'all want to throw an Dead Man's Hand into one of those and let Key go in with y'all?
Would be more
I
than
think
willing.
so. I feel like
You're
they
fine.
know like our strength and like the power of like our team here, and that's why there hasn't been any matches against them because they know what we bring to the table. So to me, it's like they're stalling, but
Afraid, they're afraid.
On the WrestleCast, Key is calling the Texas Treats and the Texas Kingdom scared.
come on.
Right
There it
here,
is.
she's saying it. So there you go.
yeah.
That's
Let's
fired.
focus on the title shot.
Hey, it's true.
Let's look at that first, then get to the
It's
future. Hold on.
true. We need to move forward, not backwards.
Yes. Why am I
That's
the
not-
one
yeah,
that's out of mind right
I'm
now?
ready.
It's crazy. I'm the crazy one in the group.
I'm ready.
I mean, the future, you're looking for titles. Is there any thought of bringing in other people, or y'all kind of good right now where y'all are at?
I mean,
I feel like right now we're comfortable where we're at.
Yeah.
I don't. Not that. Never say never. But I
course.
feel like right now, I think it's the 5 of us for right now. I mean, that's a whole hand. Like,
hand.
you know.
it's a whole
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go.
You got me.
Yeah.
We're the
Uh,
fingers.
that one 6-fingered person, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But like you said, never say never. It could happen.
Or the pommels.
Yeah.
Ooh, we need a base.
We need a giant man.
We need a giant.
Let be the big meaty man. We need Big Show. It's a Big Show.
The big sh-
I want Big Show. Big Show. Make it happen. Do your thing. Do your magic.
Gotta
Summon
make
them.
some calls, man.
Yeah. You know a guy.
I think we need a social media person for sure.
Ooh, there you go. Angel, you up for that?
I mean, heck yeah, I'd love to see like an addition. You know who would be a really cool addition?
Uh-oh.
I know,
Callie.
Freak Show is kind of slightly a manager. But what would be really cool is 2 people who could do the talking. And I may or may not know a certain person that does a lot of talking. That person's name may or may not be Angel Marie. That'd be kind of cool.
Write that down.
I should think that.
What is
Don't mark it down.
What is that? What's going on
Put
later?
it in the folder.
Oh, they're writing it down for you.
We'll call you.
So-
In that folder, she did say she likes Callie better than Key.
Ooh.
That's a bit of a con right
That's
there.
that might hinder your
Change
job
it out,
interview.
Merrick.
Yeah.
Maybe
I didn't say. Well,
That's a
I technically I didn't say that I liked Callie
You're
over
invited.
Key.
You're
I didn't
invited.
say I like
That's
Key
it.
over
You're invited.
We can go back in
Callie.
time right now. We hear
Your cadence was slow. You
What
implied
we're
it.
saying is thank you for
Okay.
your consideration of the application.
Oh.
We'll look it over.
We'll call you back.
We'll call you
We'll
back.
give you a call.
Okay.
Meantime, good luck. And
We're not gonna call you back.
Maybe we don't know yet. We
Ouch.
just gotta check everything else, the resume, everyone else's papers. Like, it's a whole process, We'll get you
References.
Oh my god.
And then we
I'll
gotta
send
see
you
what
my
kind of guy
resume.
you
Don't
need.
worry.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. We keep you do
You
a
gotta,
crossbody.
you
Like,
gotta see what kind of crossbody you got, and then we can.
Not on us.
Yeah.
not on us, like on someone else, but like not on us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof, that's rough.
Oh, goodness.
Oof.
It's not easy.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
You shot your shot, though. I
But we'll
respect
keep an
that.
eye on you. Yeah.
Would you be willing to talk badly about Callie in order to get that job?
In front of Callie.
I want you
See
to
her
hurt
face.
Face to face, and y'all are just about the same height.
I mean,
Damn.
like
Wow.
I want the euphoria
Wow.
diss track, all right? That's what I want right now. 6 minutes.
Oh my Okay, maybe I might talk bad about Callie. Maybe.
That's crazy.
That's a maybe. That's not even.
Yeah, I think they need more dedication.
I think you have to negotiate a salary with her guys for that to happen. Gotta get paid to do it. So money talks right now, I guess. So.
Oh.
True.
So beyond the San Antonio area, where else are you guys working around Texas, maybe out of state? What's on the horizon for Dead Man Tan beyond this area?
Okay, people.
International goals worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Little steps. I mean, Key's already been to El Paso recently.
Yeah.
I'm always in Austin. I love watching the Austin shows. I haven't been on any Austin shows, but I always go out there and check out what's out there. And I like what I see. So maybe one day I can hook something up and maybe get all of us on there.
Eric's always on the radar.
Eric's always on the
Hey,
radio.
I'm just there to learn lucha. They just happen to like me down there.
Jesse does.
It's a good town for lucha for sure. Yeah. So yeah.
So
Really is.
short term, like
We'll see.
all over Texas,
Yeah.
and then obviously future we want to be everywhere.
Out of state.
Like Detroit.
I like it. Jesse, I got a question for you. Do you have anybody on your list that you want to make tap, snap, or go to sleep?
Definitely Casey Black Rose. He's on the
Oh,
Oh.
Wow.
Sure.
there you go, going after the champ.
Shoot for the top. Also, because we started together, we got through the mud together, and I respect where he's at, but respectfully, I want to knock him off.
There you go.
All right.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
I also want to wrestle Brandon Weiss too.
Both sides of that.
Yeah.
Both
I
sides of
want
that
to make the
coin.
emo kid cry.
Break him out of the face.
That's what I was gonna ask. Can you make him tap so bad that he becomes un-emo?
Oh yeah.
Goes back to just the flamingo.
I'll make him shed his mascara. Yeah.
Again, round two.
Round two.
Get back.
For sure.
I like it. Well, guys, anything else you want to share or plug as we're going forward? Because otherwise, we are looking forward to this weekend. Hybrid Mania 5 should be a blast. Anything else from you guys?
Yeah. Come to the show, Hybrid Mania, this Saturday.
We're putting on our classic like usual. He's gonna get another victory for the boys. We're gonna bring home some more victory for the boys. And
In-ring
take out
debut.
some- Okay.
In-ring debut of the Freak Show.
Nothing
right.
but craziness over here.
No.
Like, I love you, Freak Show. Just
We want noise,
And then-
be loud at these shows.
Yeah.
Yell.
Start the Dead Man's
I
Handstand.
want
Be
to
there
sound
for us.
hoarse by the end of the night.
Oh, there we go.
Like that.
Uh,
Just like that.
You know,
Also
Tommy will be
on site for
loud.
these guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
I love Tommy. Oh my god.
Yeah, you know,
I
you
love
just
his
gotta
voice.
hopefully not be a match in the first 10 minutes because he does tend to show up late. So
Oh,
I will
Tommy.
drag him to the
Tommy.
I'm like,
Yeah.
come here, Tommy. Go to the show, brother.
Always late.
Angel, and I heard you say you're cheering for Key in her title match, right?
That's what I heard.
I will be. I'll make a sign.
Well, and that's
Hey.
Thank you.
my biggest son.
And then United 2-0 on site. Like I said, we're coming in as Dead Man's Hand, but Devious Duo walking out tag team champions.
Let's go, baby.
And Freak Show will become the new United 210 general manager.
There we go.
Should.
Yeah.
But can you like multi-manage?
Yes, I can do whatever I want.
We're good.
I was a little nervous there. I was like shaking my boots right now. Give me timbers.
I've never. Sorry, Na from Talkin just joined in and said, "I've never heard someone say I love Tommy's voice."
I was gonna say that's a first.
Hey,
Hey man,
I've been around him for so long that I got used to his voice. I just love the way he like.
it doesn't feel like a show without him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a presence that you need at every show.
I start crying when he's not around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's like, shut up. Get a match.
Wow. Like we said, we love noise. So like Tommy being the
Yeah.
loudest one is automatic.
I love
That's our guy.
Yeah.
That's our guy.
Yeah.
I love it.
All right. Well, I think we're getting a Dead Man's Hand chant getting started at the show,
Nice.
and obviously we're going to be cheering on Key. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Little
yeah.
wives never die.
This is our queen.
Yeah, right.
You better cheer for our queen.
That's right. The Queen of Hybrid, the Queen of Dead Man's Hand.
Yep.
All
You got
True.
Yeah, yeah. JC, you got anything else?
Yeah. Do you have a survival guide for fans attending a show there in Hybrid? It's getting into the summer months. You know, anything you guys recommend? You guys training that 4 or 5 times a week, so is there a survival guide?
Definitely bring some water.
Bring water.
Bring a fan.
a portable fan from
Yeah.
Five Below. They're super cheap.
Yeah.
Invest in yourself.
wear proper clothing. I've seen fans show up in full on like
Winter
Oh, yeah,
gear.
where's-
winter gear, and I'm like, dog, it's about to be 105. What
It's
you
kind
With-
of impressive though. Like,
It is.
they're cooking, but like at the same time, it's like
With lucha mask and full, yeah. I've
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, like
There's no need.
we were nothing. I'm sweating like crazy.
I mean, it's kind of impressive though, at the end of the day, you know, that they're still alive after this entire show.
I'd rather it be hot than cold, though. That's
Yeah.
just how I feel.
I agree. I agree.
I don't know.
I'm just
I
present.
It depends what day it is.
remember those summer shows at Hybrid last year. That was
that was when we
that
had
was
no power,
surviving. Yeah,
God, that was.
But only the strong survive if they stay.
that is right.
That is true.
But that's also why y'all are Dead Man's Hand, and we're watching from the crowd. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Good luck to all of y'all. This is going to be a great show. Congrats to everyone involved with the Hybrid School of Wrestling, 10 years and the 5th HybridMania. So looking forward to the show this weekend, and best of luck to you guys. So
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys
All right, thank you guys.
for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. We'll see y'all there.
See ya.
All right. There we go. Well, yeah, I prefer the cold too. I can't do some of this
no.
heat.
Yeah.
But thanks to Dead Man's Hand for being out there. We really do appreciate it. And Angel, thank you for jumping in to co-host when we thought no one was showing up. We do appreciate that as well.
yeah, I
Of
wasn't sure how late
course.
I was going to be. My
Yeah.
son's practice was scheduled to be late, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know how soon I can get here. So, but I made it just in time.
So do you want to stick around for the rest, or do you want to go ahead and...
I'm going to want to stick around for a bit. Yeah.
well, it's up to her.
for Angel. Yeah.
Mm,
So,
Yeah.
I'll stick around. Sure.
Okay.
sure.
It's fun. It's fun. I don't got nothing better to do, man.
Tommy looks different a little bit. He's much younger now.
Just a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit.
Yeah. Much younger and much cooler, and not an old man.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and talk since we were talking about Hybrid Experience, and let's run down the card that we've got going on. We've
You got
already,
that in front of you. Yeah. Go
yeah,
for
I
it.
do. So we've already obviously talked about some of the match. So we didn't even really talk about the opponents that Dead Man's Hand is facing in their 8-man tag. Speaking of Hybrid, we have a surprise coming. James,
Ooh.
who is we? Please let us know. Also, Angel, one of your friends is in the chat.
Hey, I see you.
Yeah, not Jenna.
It's
So,
Jenna.
look,
Hi, Jenna.
bringing new people to the WrestleCast. Thank you.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm that cool. See, I'm much cooler than Tommy.
Yeah,
Case in
probably.
point.
I'm sure Tom's gonna have a response next week.
I'm sure he will.
So, yeah.
He will.
So Dead Man's Hand is facing an interesting four-man team. Danny Vintage and Animo, who are a tag team at the last couple of hybrid shows, but they are teaming with the two youngsters who faced each other at the last show, Jaden Valentino and Brock Ali. So one of the biggest things on top of them having to face, on top of these guys having to face Dead Man's Hand, one of the hottest factions, I don't know if Brock Ali and Jaden Valentino are on the same page because they were friends and then they quickly became not friends and had a match with each other. And, it was pretty much their debut. So should be interesting to see how that goes down. Some other matches at HybridMania. There's a single match. Speaking, we were talking about earlier, the Emo Flamingo Brandon Weiss. He takes on Hit. So good luck to him. We know that Hit is big and mean, and, well, his name is Hit, so that should tell you something. But also Brandon is a vet, and, he can pull out a lot of tricks, so we'll see what happens there. What else do we got? We got a 6-person tag, and speaking of intergender, this one is intergender. We have the Texas Kingdom represented by Stud Stash and Rob Love, who are the hybrid tag team champions. And they're teaming with the enforcer of the Texas Kingdom, the sensational savage Ridley Thorne. And they are taking on the pretty badass Riot Party, which is Rilo King and Angel's favorite, Armani Sage.
Armani sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. Wow.
But they will be joined by Celine Hysteria, which I forgot what they came up with their name in the little promo they did, like Pretty Badass Witch Riot Party or something. I don't remember. It was something along those lines.
Like that.
But yeah, 6-person intergender tag match. That should be fun and brutal. Another tag match. Former champ. Well, they haven't been champs for a while, actually. I forgot they changed a few times. But Living in Fashion, Devin Carter and Zakai Living take on the team of Most Wanted. Most Wanted, were they at the last show or the one before? They were at a recent hybrid show. They're the ones that came out with the bullhorn and stuff. But they've been impressive. They've been at United as well. So should be one hell of a tag team match here. What else do we got? We got a tag team match with some not hybrid regulars, but people that have been at the show a lot. The team of Calibus and George Wolf taking on the team of Jet Black and Houston Hendricks. Jet Black and Houston Hendricks were at the last show. They teamed up with Jackie Lee. They wound up losing, but they blamed it on Jackie Lee. And then Calibus, he's the luchador that we always think he's about to kill himself when he tries to pull off his high. I don't mean that in a mean way. Like, he pulls off these moves that were like, holy crap. And you think he's going to like injure himself, but then he takes out his opponent. So that should be a fun tag match. As we mentioned earlier, we have the women's triple threat for the women's title. Key Vibes, the champion, defending against both Gia Michelle, a former champion, and Calientita, former champion. Actually, now that I say that, I think these are the only 3 women who have held the hybrid women's title since it was created. So, should be a fun matchup there. They know each other well. And at this point, I don't think they like each other very well. And then we have the hybrid champion, Casey Blackrose, defending his title against Grand Metalik, former WWE superstar. So that should be a hell of a match. Hybrid has brought in some great competitors to face Casey. And so far, he's taken them all down. I want to say Grand Metalik may be the biggest luchador he's faced to this point. So, it's going to be a hell of a match. As we kind of talked about, we've talked about throughout the weeks here. Casey's rise. He's got 4 belts right now across the Texas Wrestling Multiverse. And, but Grand Metalik, I believe he is the master of the ropes. and his lucha style. So that should be a hell of a matchup. And then in, I guess, kind of a co-main event, there's a 6-man tag of the Texas Treats, which will be David Teen, Diego Rene, and Chris Marvel against the team of Chase Owens, Jesse Funaki, and Ultimo Dragon. That's right for you old people. The Ultimo Dragon, who had like 8 belts when he was in WCW, way back in the late 90s, early 2000s, facing Dean Malenko and Jericho and all the cruiserweights of the time. And now he's going to be at Hybrid on Saturday. So I'm honestly looking forward to that. That guy's a legend. That should be a hell of a match. So it looks like about 8 matches on the card. We know they probably throw another one, too, at the last minute. And then James says there's a surprise coming. I don't know if he means from Hybrid. I missed some of the comments there. Him and his niece Lily with the help of some great sponsors. Okay. So, yeah, that's HybridMania 5. That's this Saturday at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. Show probably starts at 7. Doors open at 6, but, we'll see what time Tommy gets there. They may have to delay the beginning.
Oh, you're talking the whole time. I forgot to put the graphic up.
Yeah, no, there you go. No problem. So, yeah, Hybrid School of Wrestling this Saturday, HybridMania 5. Front row is sold out, and like we said last time, was sellout with standing room only. So if you do not have tickets, get your tickets. It's going to be packed. It's going to be hot, but it's going to be a hell of a show.
Bring a water, bring a portable fan, bring a cooling towel if you need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you need to step outside in between a match to get some air, do what you got to do.
Hope they have a couple of intermissions. They might need a couple there with that heat.
Yeah, right. All right, so kind of finishing up the local beat here. This Friday, as we had mentioned before, at the Breakaway Brewing, it's on East Grayson. I forget the actual numerical address, but it's downtown. United 210 is going to be having a press conference to give us more information about the United 210 general manager position, which so many people have made videos and thrown their hat into for, including 2 people here on the show with you right now, both me and Angel Marie, and then Tommy, who's normally with us, has done it, and a bunch of other people. So that should be interesting. Freak Show on the interview just said he's down for general managership, and I wouldn't mind that either. I'm not gonna lie, I really just don't want Handsome Javi to get back in the GM position. And honestly, I probably would rather just be in the crowd and be a fan anyway. I know I threw my hat in the ring, but push come to shove, I think there's a lot of great candidates out there. Handsome Javi notwithstanding. I know you might like him, JC, because he wears UT gear, but he also curses them, so I don't know. What are you going to do?
If you're talking about the basketball team, I kind of cursed them a lot this year, too. The men's,
Okay.
Women's, they've had a good season. So.
Yeah. And then further down in April, like they said, United 210, April 25th, that's on site. They already have several matches announced. Dead Man's Hand going after the Tag Team Championship. Stud Stash versus Angel Camacho in a Meat Planet match. Big E approved. Angel's going to have the smelly Nastico in his corner, and Stud Stash is going to have the Enforcer in his corner, Ridley Thorne. So that should be a hell of a match. And they've got a few others, but keep on top of United 210 social medias for all their stuff. And then that Sunday of that same weekend, RCW Mania, April 27th. Already a bunch of matches announced for that. And obviously we'll go more into that. Breakaway Brewing is at 1518 East Grayson Street in San Antonio. Shout out to Sean for sending me. It's in the chat too. There you go.
There you go. Cool.
So there you go. That's the Breakaway Brewing for this Friday.
Okay.
And that's our local beat for right now. Stepping back, anything in the main wrestling news we want to talk about? WrestleMania being a week and a half away at this point.
We found out what the favor is.
Yeah.
But, now Rollins is saying he has one as well. I think a lot of people are on the idea that Does that mean Heyman by the end of the night at WrestleMania is going to be leaving with Seth Rollins? A lot of people seem to think that could be potentially happening. So
That would be pretty funny, just given the whole situation.
question is
Uh,
though, how well they've been putting this. 'Cause, I mean, it's not often you see Roman Reigns take a go to sleep. Just
yeah.
not really fighting that. So that was kind of huge. They're really building this up. But I gotta ask about Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte. Does that promo that has been heavily edited by WWE on social media, does that put a little more shine on this match?
I
Kind
of.
Yeah.
Angel, I think this is something you want to chime in on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the promo itself was just it was something. it was something. I'm gonna be honest here with like just the match in general. I'm not really feeling the hype, and I don't think a lot of people are. And also, I don't know what's been going on, but I'm not liking how Charlotte's been acting lately. Like I used to love Charlotte, but like right now, I don't know. Something about this ain't right.
So we'll ask you kind of this because this has kind of been, I think, our take in general for the last couple years. Honestly, nothing personal, obviously, against Charlotte Flair, the person, Ashley Flair, whatever her real name is.
Of course.
But Charlotte Flair, the character, we just don't feel they know how to book well because the only story she ever seems to be in is I'm the champion, I'm going after the championship. Period. Two things. How do you feel about that?
That's unfortunate. Like, if you're only getting put in a title match storylines, like that, just like you should be able to have so much more potential in anything other than that. And the fact that you're not getting booked in that, like that's really unfortunate. Because like I'd like to see Charlotte in like a singles like feud against like someone else that's not. Oh, I'm a former champion and all that stuff. I'm going for the championship. Like it'd be refreshing to see her like not going after a title for once.
Yeah. Recently, this past year after they did the Saudi show with the King of the Ring, Gunther, not the King of the Ring, the champion versus champion one. Gunther lost to Cody Rhodes, and then they did a storyline for like a month or so where Gunther had lost his kind of lost his edge and kind of was lacking some confidence. Why not do something like that with Charlotte Flair? Like there is so like they are at the tip of the iceberg with stories you could do with Charlotte Flair. Look at what like Bayley's doing. She just had the Intercontinental title match with Lyra, which Lyra beat her. Hey,
you made it.
Make it.
Oh.
Everything all right, man?
It is not. It has not been a good day. I'll just put it that way. And actually, this is a relief. So yeah.
Okay.
Welcome.
Well, Angel won't call you old for at least 5 minutes.
I won't.
Actually,
Not
no.
to your face.
Actually, no. Her insults are funny and make me laugh, so that's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's been that kind of day.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, man, we're talking about the Charlotte Tiffany Stratton. Obviously.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll kind of add with this question here. Obviously, a podcast had been released, I think, the day before.
Charlotte isn't Charlotte anymore.
Yeah, right. Where Charlotte, not as her, regular, personal, her
real life self,
if you will, was discussing about going through another divorce. People have made jokes. We've made it here. What does she have more of? Title reigns or divorces? Who's leading? Is she really trying to be like her father?
Her dad is still the undisputed champ.
Yeah. I mean, she's not collecting engagement rings like Infinity Stones like Jennifer Lopez, but still, But Tiffany bringing that up in the ring, obviously, Charlotte she was getting Dom, Vicky Guerrero heat. That promo, I think it's the first time she's gotten that, and she had no idea what to do with it. Completely flustered. And And let's face it, Louis Kaiser is the first guy I think ever been accused of cheating, and nobody believes.
That meme was so good. I liked it every time I saw it, and I saw it on like 5 different Facebook pages I'm a part of.
I did too.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But your thoughts on? Okay, I know this. Some of the promos are getting edgier, this and that. You know, they're calling out things that do happen in real life. I mean, you were joining a podcast, you're doing a podcast interview, talk about this stuff. People are smart. Do you think Charlotte knew that was coming, or do you think Tiffany just went off the cuff with that?
I want to say she didn't know, but I'm annoyed with people who saying she went too far, and I'm like saying, dude, somebody brought up her dead brother once. That was too far. Okay, you know what? Here's how I feel. Once Charlotte talked about her divorce, anyone could. I'm sorry, if you didn't want that to be fair game, you shouldn't have brought it up on a talk show. I don't care. When you bring stuff up on a talk show, it's fair game, especially in pro wrestling, dude. I'm sorry. Look, I get it. She's getting nuclear heat right now, but this is WWE's own fault because they pushed Tiffany all the way to the top. And we're supposed to just hate her now because Charlotte's back? Nah, son. I remember the pop she got when she beat Nia Jackson. She was supposed to be the heel in that scenario. And the crowd went insane. I'm sorry. We couldn't turn that off. Hell, you have grown, bearded dudes saying it's Tiffy time every chance they get. They do not care.
All right, so we don't got to call us out.
I have mine's working. But I got.
Mine's more of a goatee, not full beard, but yeah, still.
Yeah, but
I'm
talking about dudes with like the Gandalf beards.
Oh, okay.
And not necessarily you.
And the Dumbledore's got it. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
Man, you ain't gotta call me out over here.
Not at all what I was trying to do just now.
I was wondering if you'd be brave enough to try.
I mean, you're calling him old on this podcast. I guess it's fair game.
But my thing is that it was it probably shocking? Sure. Was it too far? Not even close. Because I'm sure it's gonna be awkward for one of my favorite things. I think I said it to you guys. It said everybody's facing catering when they turned and looked at Andrade in that moment.
But I think the truth is here. Let's blame CM Punk for this, right? Because ever since the pipe bomb, everyone's been trying to do their own shoot work promo. MJF does it all the time. I'm kind of being facetious here, but also, I don't know. I think it honestly goes back to them not understanding that. I can't believe that Charlotte's like, you have to book me this way. And I also can't believe that with the WWE structure right now, that they would let someone have so much clout. So I feel like this is what Triple H and creative thinks has to be booking. And for all the hits they've had in this past year and a half or two, why they can't figure out how to do Charlotte differently boggles my mind. Like, I know she is popular. Honestly, I don't even want to be making all these jokes about her. Like, I do feel kind of bad for her in general, but like, how can you not realize at this point that there is more story that people want to see out of her other than just literally being gone for injury and coming back for a title immediately? Like, we said this for the Rumble, like her winning just wasn't it, but they're so determined.
Well, it's also they're determined to make her the good guy, which is okay. Even if they brought her back immediately to win championship, okay, I could almost let that slide if they just let her be a dick about it. Just let her just complete total asshole. Just let yes, I know we're contender. You know what? And I can't let them say this. Let her Roman Reigns it. This is my show. This is my camera. Just run with it. Run it.
Let her be the Rock about it. Look, Roman Reigns Rock. I mean, with Flair when he was a heel, that too. Was always like, I got all this money. The Rock when he was an old school heel was like, I'm all this money, $500 shirts, whatever, and just carry yourself as she's better than everybody. Don't sit there and say don't call yourself a queen. Say I deserve this or something like that.
Yeah,
no, fans don't think you
don't make yourself the long-suffering person. Just like that. No, just own it. Like hell yeah, I'm about to be champion again because you know what? I deserve it. And
hell yeah, I have more white privilege than you, Tiffany. Like say stuff like that. Just might as well. What I say? So
wait, but never mind.
Okay.
I was just saying they're very similar on the scale there, so I don't know how you determine.
I mean, if you want to get real heat, get some real heat that way. I mean,
I just don't know what to do with that comment. It's just it went over there, and I didn't know what to do with it. It's flying around the room now.
It's floating around the internet right now. See what people say.
That comment.
So.
I like. Wow, Jason, you stumped me because I got nothing.
But my question is, and Angel, I'll let you answer this. Last year they were planning to. Okay, I know Cody won the Rumble last year. We're gonna just put The Rock in the title, and the fan reaction changed it. If I'm not saying Triple H, if Triple H has the plan right now to book Charlotte to win the title at WrestleMania, seeing the amount of heat that she has right now on the level that it is, and seeing how people are getting behind Tiffany on this, does he change his mind and actually book Tiffany to win at Mania? What do you think, Angel?
Oh, man. I mean, I don't know. That I would have to be in his mind to know that. Man. If I was him, I don't know, man. If I was him, seeing because I mean, heat can be a good thing when used the right way.
But okay,
if it's Dom Mysterio or Vicky Guerrero heat, is this the good heat you're looking for? Especially when your heel is getting flustered, getting that kind of heat, you know?
Yeah, and I was about to bring that up. Like, she's getting like flustered, and she doesn't know how to like handle that. So, I would probably just have Tiffy retaining, because if I were to know that like Charlotte can't handle this, then like don't throw that on her, because then it's gonna go to shit, basically.
Yeah.
All right, that's one GM candidate's response. Mike, what's your GM? This part of your interview here.
Well, I've said this from the beginning. Like, I'm not booking Charlotte to win another title, and not just because of the heat or the reaction, just what we've been saying constantly. The story is boring. I know Charlotte is one of the most talented wrestlers in the world. She can go when she wants to. But again, you haven't even scratched the surface. You've like barely buzzed by the surface of possible things that you could do with a Charlotte Flair storyline. And I know Cena's a different animal, but there's a similar story there of winning the most amount of titles for men's and women's and breaking her dad's record, which I don't know, isn't Charlotte already close to that herself after like
her and Sasha Banks were back and forth.
The year they went back and forth like 10 times. Yeah. So I would definitely book Tiffy to retain, because also, like you said, her popularity is off the charts. Like, people obviously wanted that. I do think, like you said, that even though they wanted Charlotte to be the good guy, they're also trying to make Tiffy a little bit of a face champ at times. And I think she needs to go back to what she was when she was kind of growing the popularity with Nia, what she was in NXT. And if you want to have a battle of two rich, privileged white girls, as you say, you can make that the story, because you can make it the up and comer versus the veteran without going to the lines they went to in the promo the way they did it, right? Instead of going to like the old washed up whatever, you can go to like, yeah, you were it, but now I'm it, and I'm what you used to be, without kind of like making it seem as personal as they did. In fact, you can make Tiffy like, this ain't personal at all. I'm just the champ, and I'm winning everything I can.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Tommy,
hey,
you were praying that Tiffany retains. If you're still, thinking that's how you book it.
I would, but before I do, Mike, were you going to say something else?
Oh, I was going to joke because you referenced the United GM candidate. I was like, JC, how come you haven't made one?
Because I won't have time.
No, I know.
I mean, between what I having to handle with the kids' esports stuff, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
So much attention.
And guys, we can confirm he doesn't have time to be GM.
No.
Plus, his life has enough chaos right now, and he does not need to deal with.
No, I mean, if they want me on the board handling interview questions, yeah, I mean, I can do that temporarily if you book it on the day when I'm not available. But yeah, I just don't have time.
But to answer the question, I would totally have Tiffany win. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say, and it's gonna sound ridiculous, but it's legitimately how I feel. The movie Legally Blonde kind of ruined some things in terms of. Let me explain. ruined something in terms of stereotypical blonde, rich white girls. Okay, because that movie ruined several things for me. Especially like it's like oh no, they could still like have a cool personality and whatnot. So it's like it's not necessarily that Tiffany has to go back to being evil to get over. I mean, but she could just be Elle Woods, which I mean that in the nicest way I possibly can, because Elle Woods is legit one of my favorite characters in all of fiction, and I say that with no comedic backing with that whatsoever. I legit loved how they wrote Elle. Like it's one of the things that's like, as a writer, it's like that's really good writing, and it's like they can have that with Tiffany. But the problem with this was they really tried to shoehorn Charlotte into this. Wow, that. Sorry, the sounding of that on my tongue almost made it break. Into this. Oh, she's back. She's a good guy and everything. So now we have to hate Tiffany. No. Okay, and it's also the fact that at the time Rhea was champion. They had Rhea and Tiffany, and they were trying to make Charlotte the good guy when she was going up against two people who were getting cheered more than the men. And I'm like, who thought this was a good idea? Like, because the problem that they had, I think the biggest problem they had is in Charlotte's absence, which did suck because of the injury. I'm not saying that her being gone was a good thing. No, it sucked because she was injured. That's not okay. But in her absence, people stepped up. Rhea stepped up. Tiffany stepped up. You had all these women step up to the plate and take the reins that she didn't have at the time and prove they could handle it without her there. And this is not saying that Charlotte again isn't an amazing wrestler. She is. But these women proved they didn't need her there. Now, want her there? Her being there, fantastic. A great wrestler, fantastic wrestling personality, has all this history. Not saying that she can't wrestle. I will never say that. But what they did prove was outside of the world of Charlotte Flair, women's wrestling is still strong in WWE when they let them.
Yeah.
So I'm not so honestly, yes, I would book Charlotte losing to Tiffany, and I would just fully embrace Charlotte as the heel and Tiffany as the face. Run with it. And I'm not saying Tiffany as the face and suddenly she has to always say the right thing. No, Stone Cold was a face for years. Cussed out everybody. Why does everybody forget that? I keep forgetting every time it says, "Oh, you wouldn't be face, be the nice guy all the time." And I keep saying, does everyone forget that Stone Cold was the face most of the time and would still call everyone a son of a bitch? Am I the only person who remembers that?
No, but he wasn't a face in the traditional sense because that's not what a face.
But it's been a long
does,
time since we had a good tweener face.
So why can't Tiffany do it? She made a believer out of everybody in every other way. Let her prove she can do it this way.
Yeah.
I mean, what's wrong with having a diva-esque, rich girl tweener? Why not? Mm-hmm. Give her the ball. Let her run with it. Who cares? So that's just how I feel about it. Anyway.
Okay. Getting back to Legally Blonde,
dude, don't play with me. We
Tiffany is Elle Woods, and she made a joke about her age. Oh, is this mean Charlotte is like Jennifer Coolidge's character? Is that where we're going with this?
No, Charlotte. Who would Charlotte be in this case? Charlotte would be the Selma Blair's character before they became friends.
Okay.
What was her character's name? Damn it, I keep forgetting.
Vivian. I'm looking it up. Vivian Kensington.
There you go. Yeah, Vivian Kensington. That's right. Yeah.
So then Ludwig is Luke Wilson's character, Emmett Richmond. We got that.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So, no, Ludwig was 100% Luke Wilson in this scenario.
Okay.
Because again, he's coming off by looking the best.
Can I add on Legally Blonde how long it took me to realize that Linda Cardinelli was what's her name?
No, dude, same.
Yeah.
No, dude, same. Of course, then again, in your defense, it took me a long time to realize Linda Cardinelli was in a lot of things. I didn't know that was her because she could change her look entirely for everyone.
Yeah, well, like I knew it was the girl from Freaks and Geeks, and then she was in the Boy Meets World episode. Her favorite part there, and then
hands down the hottest Velma.
Yeah.
So, and for reference, Angel, I think this movie is older than you. It came out in 2001. So,
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of Legally Blonde, but like I've never watched it.
No, it's fine.
it's a great movie.
It is before your time, but I do
Yeah.
I do think you should watch it. I mean that honestly. It's a really good movie. It's a very 2000s movie, and you can tell by when you watch it. But it's a very good movie.
We're gonna send you a list of movies you have to watch this summer.
Oh my word, bro!
That's the
I'm not
homework.
good at watching movies. I'm not a movie watcher.
And that's why you have to learn, young Padawan.
The Last of the Mohicans. Got to watch that one. That's a must. Yeah. So,
I've heard of that. I feel like my mom mentioned that before.
that is a movie. When it comes on, I have to watch the rest of it. I just can't turn away. It's such a great movie. So, it's one of my personal favorites. Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Well, we'll see how this plays out. See, we're going to talk more in depth about WrestleMania next week. Obviously, we're going to have a full-on show talking about both nights of WrestleMania. Talk about Stand and Deliver, and oh yeah, TNA's got a show next week too. We got to talk about that as well. So yes, no, I'm not full on. So
also, well, actually, this is coming up during our show, but next week starts Vegas week, where a whole bunch of indies are going on, and I hear there are some hybrid people who may start getting booked on things. So pay attention to their socials, keep track, because I know Hybrid's taking a contingent up there for the week, and some of them are hoping to get booked on different things, and we'll see how that plays out.
Yep.
All right. Well, speaking of which, Izzy Moreno, I think, is getting a WWID shot.
Okay,
right?
so
Yeah.
I'm confused about something, but the post she made said that they were giving her a match, and if she won that match, they would put her in the WWID tournament. I was like, okay. But then she posted something today that made it seem like her match was in the tournament. So I'm not sure. Let me double check who she was with.
Almost like a play-in, kind of like a play-in type thing, right? Is that what it is?
I mean, potentially, but she has a match against Zara Sakar, and it's a special attraction match. So maybe it's during. Okay, so I think what it is GCW presents the ID Championship tournament, but that match is not. Okay, so maybe I guess the match is not officially in the tournament, but if she wins, she'll have a chance to become a part of it. I guess then.
That's how I'm understanding it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes more sense actually now that I reread it. Okay. But yeah, so I mean, we followed her in her time here at Hybrid, with Mission Pro and all the shows around here, and we know that was her goal. So.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kicking off. Let's let her go get this win and go where she needs to go.
Right.
Then she can beat Charlotte Flair's record. Okay.
Hopefully not in it'd be cool, but hopefully not in 8 months like Charlotte tried. So, and Sasha tried for that matter. They went back.
Thank you. I'm glad someone else remembers that Sasha was in half of those matches.
No, that's fair.
Because I get so sick of saying everyone's I was like, did everyone forget it was Sasha and her that was trading that belt back and forth?
And so that's why I do say I do feel bad for Charlotte sometimes because I feel like all the crap turns on her no matter what. But yeah, no, it was her and Sasha going back. Like, what was it? Sasha couldn't defend it on Raw.
Yeah,
or she always lost, right?
Oh no, wait. I think
she would win it on Raw, lose at the pay-per-view.
Okay, yeah. There was always something like that, but it was
yeah, because that got exhausting.
Yeah.
Real quickly though, before we wrap up, I want to talk just about results out of AEW Dynasty. I believe we only had a couple titles change hands.
Cole won the TNT from Daniel Garcia.
TNT. Benito is now the Ring of Honor World Champion.
Thank God.
Yeah. Keeps the mask on. And Mike, you and Tommy convinced Swerve Strickland, I guess the Young Bucks making a return.
This may be one of the... We thought the ending with Christian was like, ooh, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I have not seen one person online who likes this ending.
Yeah. But I have seen everyone online saying suddenly that AEW is dead, which they say this every year, but they say now it's really dead, because
So no, I know, and everyone just likes to jump on that bandwagon immediately. But you kind of made a comment earlier, or Tommy did, when you were talking about the women's division, and not that it wasn't good to have Charlotte there, but there were people that stepped up, and kind of took positions. I'm going to ask the same question about the Young Bucks and AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Are they as necessary to AEW as they once were?
No,
No,
not on TV anyway.
But at the same time, while they did come in and inject themselves into a storyline, that's true. They didn't also book themselves right away in the world title match.
Well, let's see what happens with the tag team.
No, well, okay. Even if they do, even if they do, that wasn't how they re-debuted. Was immediately winning a tournament, and so are they as necessary? No, but I feel like they.
But also, the belts right now are on the Hurt Syndicate. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they still have them.
So, good luck with that if you want to try and take down Bobby and Shelton. So
I mean, they do hurt people, so
Yeah.
So
now, Angel. Speaking of more things, we got FTR attacking Cope Edge after they lost the match for trying to challenge for the Trios Championship. Are we getting FTR versus Cope and Christian now?
That would be fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't know. I mean, maybe, possibly. I would like to see that. I don't know if it'll work out well, with Christian being like patriarchy or whatever. But I mean, it'd be fun to see that, like a little reunion. That'd be cute.
Okay.
So the question there is, what would need to be done for Cope and Christian to forgive each other and get back on the same page?
Well, I feel like the seeds have already been planted with Nick Wayne and all them beginning to turn on him.
True.
Interesting.
They're
That's a good
both
point.
being just kind of abandoned. They have to just kind of go back to where they started, kind of thing.
Would they be? Well, I was going to say FTR attack, so you think they're the heels, but I feel like Cope and that'd be interesting because I feel like Cope and Christian might need to be the heels.
Just change your name back to Sexton Hardcastle and just go with what you started. I mean, just go.
Oh god, that's a throwback.
Yeah. Sexton Hardcastle and Christian Cage challenging for the AEW World Championships, Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're laughing, but that would be badass. So,
I just can't believe that was his name. and here's the thing: okay. I've known that for years. I still do. Every now and then, I just have to remember, like that both Triple H and Edge, two of the best wrestlers of all time, still had two of the worst wrestling names ever.
You know what? Here, there's my. We've been trying to figure out what we can do for a bracket challenge, and I know the tournament's over and everything. Next year, worst ring names. Put them all there. Terrorizing. Sexton Hardcastle. The Ringmaster. Cope.
Pizza Cat.
Pizza
What? Wait, am I missing something? What's Pizza Cat?
Pizza Cat, that was Shotzi.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I think I remember.
we got to really brainstorm for the next year some of the worst ring names that some famous wrestlers now, what they might have had when they first started.
Air Styles.
Air
Styles.
Yes.
Where does Brock Ali fit in there? Is that there yet?
Hey, no. You know what? That young man is proving himself. So
he is. He's great.
I will not stand for Brock Ali slander on this podcast.
Dewdrop.
Dewdrop.
Okay.
No.
Okay, you know what? I think Dewdrop might have been the worst.
All right, we're making a Google Doc and sharing this with each other.
We
so
really got to figure this
names.
out. If we can get 64 of the worst ring names of all time, and next year we're putting them in a bracket. People got to vote for the worst.
Isaac Yankum's going in.
Oh,
100%.
The 80s and early 90s have some good names to contribute.
And I love the 2000s do too, though. That's the best part about
Knuckleball Schwartz.
Yeah.
The hockey player known as the Goon, which is a different thing nowadays. But anyways.
Does the what? Yeah. Sorry, some of these are also way before your time.
There's some messed up shit that happened before you were born, Angel. Trust me.
Does the artist formerly known as Gold Dust count? Because I feel like that should count.
Can we just put the symbol in? Or
the Prince thing,
I know, but still, it was a Prince.
But how do I type the symbol? I can't type
that. What was his TNA name? Black Rain?
Oh yeah,
Black Rain.
I think that goes in.
Yeah, so
that's more of a fantasy villain name, not a pro wrestling name.
All right, we got
And
a
I
lot
say
to
that because
figure
I
out here.
can't use it anymore because TNA has no rights.
We got a lot to figure out. This is going to be our life submission for the next year.
All right. And Angel, you're in on this. You're so.
Oh,
Ted, we need
okay.
more time. There's a lot of bad names out there. We got to
Yeah, no,
research. Okay?
it's too soon.
Don't
If we had done this back in January, maybe, but now,
Yeah, we got to plan this out a bit, Ted.
We got to plan.
I know
this
you're
out.
ambitious, but Antheta was trouble.
Oh my God, was she really?
When was that? Hold on.
Maybe right starting with Booker, probably.
Oh, you're probably right. I'm looking it up now because now
Look it up. Try and keep it more mainstream if we can, because people recognize those. But yeah, so people are gonna like, who is that? And then we reveal, well, this is the person that actually had that ring name. Like, what? You know, that can be kind of funny.
What about the different names of what was his name? Robert, Mixed Martial Archie, and all the different versions of
R.D. Evans.
R.D. Evans, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Athena was trouble for PWA, and like she wrestled in Houston a lot under that name.
Oh wow! So
that's
all right.
insane. Oh my God, I need to call her that next time I see her. Hi, Trouble.
She's gonna smack the shit out of you.
Why do I do have things I do to Athena? Because I anticipated her hitting me. So
yeah.
So you haven't seen her in a while. We're actually not sure what the reaction would be per se.
No, I did see her at VIP, and she did her. So
okay,
all right.
Because she joked, I haven't seen you in like 20 years. I was like, it's been 10 at the most.
All right. Well, with that, let's get into our 1 minute warning segment here. Mike, we'll start with you.
Oof. Do I have anything?
I don't know if you do, but prepare for the video. We'll play after, pause it, do all this.
All right. Well, anyways, let's talk about some things coming up connected to the local scene. I'll do that for a minute.
All right, go for it.
As we mentioned, United 210 having their press conference at the Breakaway Brewery, as we said earlier. I plan to be there on behalf of the I think Ralph said he planned to be there on behalf of Talkhead. So as far as I know, guys, if you're free Friday night, you're able to, you can go check it out, watch it. We're supposed to get information on, like you said, the GM position. I also believe he said in a story he is going to announce the main event for on-site. So I assume that's either a KC title defense or possibly some more gang warfare. I don't know. Although the Kingdom seems to be in matches right now. So, but yeah, and then with Hybrid this weekend, again, we say this repeatedly, but San Antonio is such a hotbed for wrestling in the surrounded area. There's so many good things and good shows to go check out. And even some I know we don't mention very often, like Dog Pound and some other ones.
Yeah.
I know TWA just went on a hiatus, I believe. But there's some other stuff coming, guys. So if you want to find good wrestling in San Antonio, you can. Obviously for us, our North Star is Hybrid School of Wrestling because so much of the other good promotions right now are heavily hybrid full, and so shout out to them. Will they announce Big Mike or that guy Tommy as a new GM?
Or me.
Or Angel. Don't forget Angel. Yeah. So
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So there you go.
Tommy, you got anything this week?
Yeah, I do. What's messed up is during the press conference, I'll be at work. So anyway,
I figured
he's got to zoom in.
Pretty much like on my break. Yeah. So okay. So like I said earlier, with everyone being mad about the ending of Dynasty, which again wasn't a good ending, and I admit that. I have no problem admitting that. People who were like saying, like, I saw one comment that said there's no reason to trust this company anymore, and I was like, and this is, I'll use my one curse word because I've been wanting to cuss all day, and I'll say bullshit. Because first of all, this same company gave us a whole couple of years of timeless Tony Storm, and that earns them a lot of grace. I don't give a damn what y'all say. We got timeless Tony Storm out of this. I will take a bad pay-per-view ending any day. I don't care. And also, let's stop pretending like this past they like in the past week they just now got the build up to WrestleMania right, when like 2 or 3 or 4 no one was giving a damn, and now they got it right. Okay, so let's stop pretending like all of a sudden a bad experience ruins the entire company. Okay, let's stop doing that. If you don't want to watch AEW, just say that. I don't, and still look at everyone who doesn't care, but to say like there's no reason to trust this company anymore because of a bad booking decision, then WWE should have closed back in 2019. Okay, because bad decision after bad decision after bad decision after bad decision, and then Vince got me too'd, and thank God. So, but
Also, go
sorry, go ahead, Mike.
No, it's your. I thought you were finishing up.
Just one last thing. It's just that if you're upset with the decision, that's fine. That was a bad ending. I'm not trying to justify that. It wasn't good. Swerve should have won. Bottom line. But to say that the whole company is dead again, like y'all been saying for the past since it started, sing a new song already. The beat's old. The melody's old. Change up the tune at least a little bit. God, write a new story. And this is me saying that who still writes Batman Beyond fan fiction.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry, Mike, what were you saying?
No, I was just going to throw in because you were talking about the WrestleMania build. I love Rey Mysterio, but is Rey Mysterio versus what is a Grand Americano Gable in a mask really WrestleMania worthy out of nowhere? Like I'm not really. I know he's a great wrestler, and I'm sure they'll pull off a great match.
That's what I'm going to give it grace. I think they'll pull off a great match.
But was that really necessary on this WrestleMania card? I don't know.
Well,
You're right.
They have 2 nights to fill, so they better put something.
Well, I guess so. This build has been lackluster, except for a couple things. Ted, he deserves everything that goes his way. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. The Vince catch strays. I meant to aim directly at him. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right, Angel. Welcome.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Hey.
Let's see what you got a minute on. Ready? Go for it.
Okay. I literally I don't have anything news for 1 minute warning. I just want to say thank y'all for having me on here. Literally trusting me to hop on here. This is so much fun. I love getting to do stuff outside of my comfort zone. And I mean, this isn't really too outside of my comfort zone because I mean, it's you guys. Y'all are my bro hosts. But thank you guys for trusting me to be on here. It really means a lot. This was so much fun, honestly. And yeah, I mean, guys, if y'all want to check me out, ITRW_angel.Marie on I don't know, mostly Instagram. I don't really go anywhere else. I have a TikTok, but I barely post on there. And then follow Mission Pro Spotlight because I also co-host Mission Pro Spotlight. NJPW_Spotlight on Instagram. Our interns need to get with the program and start posting a little bit more on the Instagram because they're kind of behind. Me, I mean, yeah, well, that was weird. But yeah, so just follow me, follow Mission Pro. I do some cool things. I go to Hybrid. I'm going to be going to RCW. I might be going to United 210, my first RCW and United 210 show. So, yeah. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thanks for stepping up and doing that for us, though. I appreciate it. Because,
Of course.
like I said, we weren't sure when everyone else was gonna get there. So
it was just that kind of day. So
it really was.
Yeah. And I'm really glad you came on, Angel. That it was awesome for you to come on in.
Of course. I had so much fun. And also, Armani sucks.
Oh, see, there you go. See, that's always we can always find common ground on, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy's old.
There you go. See, there you go.
That's the thing, though. Her being here and not in the comments is like Tommy not being in the crowd at a show, right? Like when he's commentating, you notice the difference because our chat is not full of old man Tommy jokes.
Yeah. So now they're just front and center at your face there, Tommy. Exactly. So
yeah. There you go.
I was kind of, sometimes go through my TikTok and then I was starting to see clips of Multiverse of Madness. You ever browse through TikTok, you get random movie clips and stuff like that?
Yeah, all the time.
And how did it clear up, Tommy, we mentioned years ago about how Bucky's is kind of where the Texas wrestling multiverse shifts over.
Yeah.
And people had some questions like, well, what about there's no Bucky's on the way? Like there's no Bucky's here in Laredo. It's kind of like, I don't know, you can find a really good checkpoint along the way. In the case of border towns, whenever you cross the border patrol checkpoint, boom, you're into another multiverse. That's one way to look at it that way. Or historical landmark, that kind of thing is going to be on the way. Or maybe if there's a Bucky's under construction, there's so many different ways you can explain why there's so many different pieces of the Texas wrestling multiverse. All right, it's kind of an in-depth look. Go watch Loki season 1 and 2. Maybe you got an idea of what we're talking about here with the TVA and everything like that.
I'm so angry. This still makes sense.
And I bring that up because we're gonna see Loki in Avengers Doomsday. Do we get Texas Wrestling Doomsday at some point where we got to cross a few things?
Here's the question, JC: who is
Yeah.
the Loki to the Texas Wrestling multiverse? Is it Marvel? Is it someone else? Is it who?
That is a very good question.
That's a good question.
Yeah, think about that for next.
Well, there's
show.
so many different variants when you think about it. I mean,
I
maybe
think-
it's if whoever's running schools, they're all Loki variants or something like that.
Right? Is it someone like Biss? Who's
Yeah.
connected to a lot of things?
He's the Loki
Would it
variant in
be
Austin.
Brandon Oliver too? Is he part?
Could be.
Could be the San Antonio variant of Loki. Yeah, there's so many.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a good question. That actually blew my mind just now. Wow.
You're just confusing the shit out of Tommy.
We'll see. No, Mike has an ability to stoke my fan fiction mind in ways that don't necessarily involve like comic books or anime because. Like,
Okay, I wasn't sure where you're going to go with that. So
anyway, my point is that like whenever he does something like that, like the fan fiction part of our brain says, "Hey, that could work for a story." Like I don't have where's my flash drive full of stories that like I have not finished yet, and God knows when I ever will.
Oh God, Ted! If we draw them and they make a pentagram, I'm out.
Ted,
all right,
Ted,
I'm just
stop. I have to sleep.
This is some supernatural shit. Yeah, I know. So
and I won't get sleep if I stay up doing this.
Now we got to pour salt all around the border of Texas. So
oh great.
I mean, there are Buc-ee's going outside of Texas now. It's true. So.
Oh dear God!
And then you get those like knockoffs. Like in Portland, there's one called the Texan, which is just like a half of Buc-ee's. It's actually pretty. They got some good shit in there too. So
there's one off 35 right where the toll road ends. I can't remember the name of it. It's like a Buc-ee's knockoff. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
So. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not Buc-ee's. That's what it's called.
Not Buc-ee's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of the WrestleCast. Thank you again to Dead Man's Hand for joining in. Thank you, Angel, for stepping in when Mike was freaking out. He might be the only person on here. And sorry to make you sweat.
And I was like, oh, there goes our viewership. So.
Once again, I'll pull this up Friday. Well, first of all, Friday is the news conference, correct?
Yeah.
Mike, you got those details? United 210 is at the name of the place.
It's at the Breakaway Brewery Company at he just sent it in the chat, but it was a while ago. Hold on.
Yeah.
1518 East Grayson Street. I believe it's 7 or 7:30. Check the United 210 socials. Like I said, they're going to give information on the GM thing and the main event for on site.
Okay.
Real quick, Ted said a quick one on the recap. It was a blast of a weekend. I got to do 1.5 panels, the little scheduling issue there, but I still got to do them. And I got a few interviews. Always great to see the Ranger cast. I always have a good time meeting different Rangers and talking about with their past projects and whatnot. Some interviews are up and coming. I think I sent them to Ted already to get them edited and everything, so we can get ready to post those. But it was a great weekend all around. I should do a more in-depth recap on my channel later, and hopefully all of my computer stuff works because I was trying to do some recording stuff last night, and I don't know what happened. So I should have guessed from last night to today there's just going to be a mess of 24 hours. So anyway, hopefully I'll do a full recap and I'll get that posted so you guys can see. But it was a great weekend, had lots of fun, and yeah.
Come on. I was gonna say, come on, Tommy. It wouldn't be WrestleCast related if there wasn't technical difficulties somewhere. So
I know, but it's like, damn, I wasn't even on the WrestleCast and I was having technical difficulties, which is why I'm glad.
Remember that interview where Celine Hysteria cursed us, and somehow the speaking of the wrestle.
I'm gonna start bringing crucifixes and whatnot to hybrid shows because she's starting to work my nerves, and I'm gonna need to stop all this nonsense immediately. So.
Okay, is that to defend her? Or is that to be like, Jesus, keep me safe, keep me from saying things I don't want to?
Okay, it's against her because at this point, Jesus know I'm going to say something crazy, and he's be like, "Well, that boy gonna be in church on Sunday." So
I probably have holy water somewhere.
At this point, the number of times I have to go before the altar and say, "Lord, forgive me for what I said," and I'm gonna say later is kind of a lot. So
you're like the Randy Orton
giving the like draft picks. Yeah,
I was gonna say like the Randy Orton giving him $100,000. It was only $50,000. This is for the next one. And then he hit it on Monday. That was great.
Yeah,
that was great.
Also, this Saturday is Hybrid School of Wrestling's HybridMania 5 at the Hybrid School of Wrestling in San Antonio. Doors opening at 6 with the event starting at 7 o'clock. Congrats to Hybrid Experience on 5 years. God, I remember when it first started. And to the Hybrid School of Wrestling hitting the 10-year mark this year as well. It's just amazing.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
The best school
week,
in Texas, let's just say it.
for sure. Next week, we will talk about Hybrid Experience and preview WrestleMania weekend.
Can we start at 8, guys?
Yeah,
right.
I might get off early and just like cancel everything possible so we can just make sure because
I can't go to midnight for this thing, so
I don't know if it might be a 2-day event. We never write an Easter, right? So,
a 2-day WrestleCast to
for a
preview
2-day
WrestleMania.
event.
Yeah,
I mean, we got TNA. We got TNA on Friday. Stand and deliver during the day on Saturday. WrestleMania Night 1 on Saturday. WrestleMania Night 2 on Saturday.
and the
let's
recap.
throw an Easter egg hunt in there somewhere because it's Easter weekend. Yeah.
And we got the recap.
Okay, for the Easter egg hunt, can we just watch a Marvel movie and just pick out all the stuff that we know, like
All the Easter eggs from
all
that.
the Easter eggs there? Let's just do that.
Could do that, but I have kids. Like, they want actual eggs around my backyard, so I got to figure that shit out.
Oh man, how
Man, I want candy.
Do they know how much eggs cost now?
That's why you get
that's
plastic
better.
ones.
No, I'm just
Shit.
kidding.
No, I'm not reasonable.
Oh,
right?
I'm sorry. My
No,
favorite. I don't know
we're
if-
not doing the traditional family egg toss. Like, no,
Yeah.
no, we got to cook that shit. No way.
I don't know if you see the meme that was going around about them taking pictures of the Cascarone thing, where it's like $2 a dozen. They're like, look, egg prices finally went down.
Look, I'll put it this way: one of the girls on the team I coached, she had a birthday party this past weekend, very much Harry Potter themed. Like, they sorted in the house, they played games. When they did the whole egg race, you have to put an egg on the spoon. They had just a wooden egg, like they sell them that way because they're so expensive. So they had to balance that. Yes, Quidditch was involved. Yes, it was freaking epic. It was hilarious.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and I was refereeing it in my best British voice, and
Oh, I'm mad I wasn't there to hear that. That's like the one thing I was. Oh, whoa! I'm so.
Are y'all ready for some Quidditch?
Okay, you know what?
And to be fair, Gryffindor won. Very close over Ravenclaw.
Were you Dumbledore, and did you just randomly award them like 300 extra points at the very end?
No, I didn't do that.
That's how Dumbledore works. So.
Yeah.
What's the name of the referee on the first 2 movies for Quidditch?
Oh, it's the teacher who does flying.
Yeah.
God, that's a great trivia question.
Yeah, I know.
What was his name?
You're the Harry Potter guy. I don't know. So
I know. Stall for 10 seconds.
Stall for 10 seconds. So, Harry Potter is a lot of fun and, slightly horrifying.
who do we blame at WWE for choosing Easter weekend? I blame Vegas. It's probably all they had available.
Probably, actually.
Miss Hooch.
Yeah.
Miss
Hooch. Marla Hooch from A League of Their Own? Yeah.
No.
Okay, what a hitter.
Wait, I was just going to take it. You beat me to it on that one.
Angel, you have
Again,
to
another movie older than you, Angel. Add that
Yeah.
to the list,
Great. Hey, I watched Twilight, okay?
You picked the worst possible thing to bring up.
That movie is not old to us.
And it's also the worst depiction of vampire. Sorry, I have a whole. They
said
know
Underworld.
I hate Twilight. I hate
I don't
Twilight.
hate it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, you and my mom wouldn't have gone along, bro. My mom was obsessed with Twilight.
And I'm sure your mom was a lovely person, but I hate Twilight.
They would have respectfully disagreed. That's all.
Yeah, respectfully disagree. I just hate.
And you know what? I knew Mrs. Hooch didn't sound right. It's Madam Hooch. How could I forget? Madam Hooch.
Madam Hooch, Marla Hooch. What a hitter. Thank you. We're going to leave on a Twilight note. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Thank you. Over here, we got Angel.
Hey,
We got
bye,
Mike.
guys.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
We got Tommy. And I'm JC. As always, heels and baby faces. Remember, pro wrestling is real.
People
are
fake.
Twilight's a big
Yay.
vampire movie, too, while we're at it. Later, guys.
Adios, Gunther.
Our money sucks.
Na 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 na